John McCagg here with Liberty Aid Academy, and this is a trust crash course. What is that? Oh, well, Liberty Aid Academy is a school. It's an online school, and you can take courses with us. The first course we want you to take, and the first course you're going to want to take to change your life completely, is a trust course, okay? McCagg Mastery Trust. In there, you get this information how to start a trust, okay? Everything's in there. All the documents, all the step-by-step, all the written instructions, video instructions, all the proof you need, and you also get how to build credit. All right, X24 LLC. Hey, I'll be back. So I'm going to do this trust crash course, and then if you have questions, like jump into the chat and ask them and so on, okay? So what does this trust do? Well, you actually start this yourself. You don't get an accountant. You don't get a lawyer, none of that, okay? You get this information, this course, you get in there, you print out your documents, and then you just go online and get an EIN, and then go to a bank, any bank, and it's fine. Open up a bank account. What can you do with that bank account? Anything. Run any business, any personal, all that stuff doesn't matter anymore, because guess what? This type of trust, okay, only this trust is copyrighted, my work, right? This trust allows you to just go about anything you want, like, with a debit card, use any of the money in the trust in any way. You can get a crypto account, you can get like a Schwab account, like a securities account, and you could get a bank account. So anything you do in that trust name, because this is structure-based, it's not action-based. Anything you do with that debit card, anything, money coming and going, no paying of taxes, no reporting of taxes, forever. Okay? That's it. That's what this trust does. It also has many other benefits, because you're going to operate two businesses now, right? Your person, your straw man, or your corporate soul, right? You're operating that and your trust, okay? Now you got two businesses. So you keep all your money and your expenses and everything, and, right? And then you don't pay taxes, don't report taxes. What did Nelson Rockefeller say, right? The President of the United States, he said, what's the secret? He said, the secret to success is own nothing, control everything. That's what a trust does. You don't own anything. But in fact, you could never own anything. A corporation only can, like your person, an LLC, a trust, what have you, okay? So, George, thank you for sharing this out there, because let me tell you, I really appreciate that, George, because the USA is known now for one thing above China, and what is that? It's censorship, right? Can't get the truth anywhere. Not possible. They got it locked down. Gotta sell your soul to get them likes on Facebook and so on. Have to sell your soul. Yeah. I'm trying to call the world to this easy, free information. Also, okay, so you're never paying taxes. You can then apply at your county if you can own anything in this and so on. So let's get into this. All right. It's a tax-free trust. You can use it for any individual, any business. Those distinctions are completely gone. Okay. It's not like an LLC. It's not like a person. It's not like any of that. Why? Because they have rules. Oh, and they're action-based. If you do this, you owe this tax. This trust doesn't have that. It's structure-based solution. Completely legal. And guess what? No matter what you do with the money coming and going in with this trust, it doesn't matter. You never fill out a form to report to the IRS, period, or anyone else. And you never pay taxes to the IRS. Yay. All right. Yeah, it's pretty easy. So what this does is, this trust is a nonprofit. Yay! Because it has what? 501c3 status, and it gets it automatically when you get the EIN. Fantastic. It's super easy. Takes so little time. You can open this trust in as little as a day. One business, two business day. One day you're looking at this stuff, the next day, go in, open your trust. No problem. Super duper easy. The main thing about this trust you need to know, super easy to use. The easiest thing you're ever going to use. Not like, it's just amazing how incredibly easy. Get a debit card, open your bank account. That's it. No reporting, no taxes. Okay, here is the IRS code, right, that allows this to happen. And this is Section 508C1A. That's what they call it. So it's not a Section 508C1A trust. Now, it's just this code allows this trust to have 501c3 status. 501c3 status means, hey, I'm a nonprofit, I'm a 501c3. Yeah, that's what it means. As soon as you get the EIN, it's automatic. Fantastic, right? Okay, so this is it. Special rules. New organizations must notify the Secretary of State they're applying for recognition of 501c3 status, except as provided in subsection C. Okay, so you can get nonprofit status, right? Section 501c3 status, without having to apply to the Secretary of the Treasury or the Secretary of the IRS. Okay, and here it is right down here. The exception. All right, mandatory exception. Who is this? Churches, you heard of them, right? Another kind of churches that they're integrated auxiliaries, so that's 2 churches. And conventions, all right, that's not a church. And association of churches. Great. Okay, so it falls under convention, which is an agreement between 2 parties. And this is never report. Okay, here we go. Returns by exempt organizations. In general, except as, see, this except comes first. So it's like, except as provided down here, okay? Every corporation exempt from taxation with Section 501, you got to report, right? There's an annual report you got to fill out. Okay, well, what's the exception? Right down here. Same exception, word for word. Mandatory exception, churches, comma, their integrated auxiliaries, comma, and conventions, or association of churches. So, yeah, you can start a church with this trust, obviously, easily, but you can also do anything else with it, okay? And we have the instructions how to do that. Okay, so what can you get with this trust? Anything with your money, whatever you call money, whether that's crypto or, U.S. dollars or securities, stocks, bonds, all that stuff, okay? You can get an account with this trust name, an EIN, and that's it. No more reporting taxes, no more paying taxes on any of it. What you can hold vehicles, anything with a title can go in the name of your trust. Yep. So mobile homes, trucks, boats, that kind of stuff. Vehicles, cars, trailers, all can go in the name of the trust. Own nothing, control everything, yay. Any real estate, including your home, can go in the name of the trust, and then you apply to the county, and then have all your property taxes exempted. Hooray. Okay, and any business, yeah. Anything you want to call a business where money is coming and going, you can use this trust and set it automatically. No more taxes to the IRS, no more reporting. That's right. You can get this done in one day. Like I said, one day to study, go to the bank the next day, your trust is open. That's the end of paying taxes or reporting taxes to the IRS for the rest of your life. One day. And then, how much is that worth? Think about that. Okay, also at the same time, right? Well, let's just get into this slide. Because everybody's like, okay, we read that code of the IRS. I don't understand code. Okay, let's read for the bankers of the government instead, okay? Let's just read straight from the SBA, Small Business Administration, and they're the ones that give out all the stimulus money, right? Okay, so they're paying off everybody. They're the bankers of the government, all right. What do they say if this is legal, if you could get nonprofit status automatically without applying? Let's see if they say it. They say it right here. Okay, and you can Google this right now with me. SBA, Faith-Based Organizations, FAQ. You can Google that right now, and a PDF will pop up. This is on page 2. Okay, here we are. FAQ regarding participation. Excuse me. Sorry. Regarding participation of faith-based organizations in the PPP and EIDL program. How will churches qualify if you've not been informed with tax-exempt status by the IRS? Well, do organizations have to request and receive tax-exempt status or just meet the requirements of 501c3 status to be eligible? That's fantastic, okay? So here it is, word for word with parentheses extra. Okay, churches, now they put this weird parentheses junk in there to try and conceal this is exactly code lifted from the IRS, comma, churches, comma, integrated auxiliaries of churches, comma, and conventions or association of churches. That's what gave you the 501c3 exception right there. There it is, lifted word for word. And it says, but the second, stay with me on this sentence because the second sentence makes it so easy. So here we go. Integrated auxiliary churches, comma, and conventions or associations of churches qualify for PPP and EIDL loans as long as they meet the requirements of 501c3 of the IRS code and all other PPP and EIDL requirements. Fantastic. Here's the big sentence. Such organizations are not required to apply to the IRS to receive tax-exempt status. That's it. I'm going to read it again. Such organizations. It doesn't say churches. It says such organizations. They could have said churches, right? They could have said churches or faith-based organizations. No, they didn't say that. They said organizations are not required to apply to the IRS to receive tax-exempt status. That's what it says right there. And here it is. So what makes this school different? Everyone's happy that it does this work. Our testimonials all have a notarized affidavit with them. That's right. We're the only school that has that. All other schools are fake and are lying, right? Like Harvard and Yale. Absolutely. Got to sell your soul to make money there. They don't let you know that. And you don't have to do that here. You actually get this course. You follow the instructions. And no more reporting the IRS. No more paying the IRS. And so many other benefits, right? It's just unbelievable how many benefits there are. See, we have proof. That's how this school is different. And like Stanford doesn't have proof. MIT, no proof. All made up. All fake, right? Just pay a bunch of money. Hope it works out. What do you get? What do you get when you go to other schools? You get a bunch of debt. Forever, right? Oh, did you know that one of the benefits of getting this trust is never paying? Never paying student loans, never paying. And it reports positively to your personal credit report. Yeah, you don't have to pay. You always get in the income-driven repayment plan because you don't have any money. Nothing's coming through that person anymore. Your person is destitute, has nothing. Needs an EBT card is $250 a month. That's $3,000 a year. No paying taxes. Yeah, it's a hack. Right? This is a hack. This is a system gaming the system, right? We show everybody how to get money from the government as much as possible, pay them nothing, right? Pay the government zero, and that's what we teach. Yeah. And like I said, how to build credit with the trust is in there, PPP stuff, EIDL, credit cards, lines of credit, blah, 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 all that. Yeah, we teach you how to do all that. You can bank where you want. Bank where you're banking now. Bank at other places. You could use this trust account anywhere, all right? So I advise you get it into the mentor program. And what I'm going to do is jump into a couple, maybe some things that I get into in the mentor program today after this. And advising session. You get my time, sort out anything. And there's the Business Finance 101 course. That already comes with the trust, okay? But in previous years when the school was going on, we allowed them to be separate courses, but we realized over the years that what happened was people didn't have as much success unless they knew how to build credit. Like they really needed that from the jump, okay? So that's all bundled together. So that's just for previous people from a few years ago that maybe got the trust that need that info. So it's not for folks now, all right? Okay. And advising sessions, 2 of them come with the trust. We're going to Zoom online at a time you choose. It's up to you. Help you anytime you want. So actually, the only thing you can get is a mentor program other than a trust. Okay? You get the trust, you have everything you need. And then if you're like, oh, I really want to know this, how to use this in depth, okay, you get in the mentor program. That's it. So it's a really simple school. We got proof. Pretty easy. Okay? Let's see if you have any thoughts or questions or what have you. 4 copies of the trust, please explain. I have 2 ready with a notary in my EAN. That's enough. There's no 4 necessary. You must be looking at something different. It 2 and not 2 copies. That's the wrong word, right? Copies is always the wrong word to use with starting the trust. To be originals, right? Not copies. So you misused the word copy. So no copies, 2 originals, and you get them notarized before you go to the bank. All right, average. Hey, you're far from average. I love your name. This guy's really smart. Don't. He's like, he's like, one of those sleeper cars, right? He drives up on you in a like little Honda or something. The thing has 1,000 horsepower. That's him. He ain't average. Is the trust a faith-based organization? It can be. Surge. Just a heads up, tried to purchase the trust yesterday, but the site rejected 2 cards wrong. You have to email us then. Thank you very much, Serge. I've been wondering what's going on with this site. Okay. Thank you. You have to email us, contact@liberty8academy.org. All right. That is important information. Thank you very much. Convertible notes. No, just hardtop. Okay, no questions. Cool. Let's get into so that's the basics of the trust. It's pretty easy. Been doing it for years now. This is copyrighted. I started this. If you find this information in another school somewhere else online, which of course people have copied this, but what? That's like every truth now has hundreds of millions of dollars spent in vast organizations, right? To work against truth. And so you'll find many other schools, and my work plagiarized out there. All of my work is plagiarized. All of it. I've been doing this for a decade now, and I help people get out of debt with proof and all that stuff, right? Some of which we can't even have on the website anymore. It's just in our mentor program. So, but I'm always successful, always have proof, and what you find out is online, they never have proof. Everyone that plagiarizes my work plagiarizes it, but then they change it, right? They change it so that it doesn't work for you, and there's no one available to talk to about it. To be like, hey, how come this doesn't work? And solve your problems about that. Yeah. This school has that. This is a school. This is a copyrighted work. No one else is helping anyone. We can't have the word credit or debt on our website. They stopped the payment gateway. It sounds like maybe they stopped the payment gateway already, for what Serge is saying. So we'll have to look into that. But I don't think so, Serge. I think it's working okay, because we did have something go through yesterday. So try again and then email us if you're having some sort of a problem. All right, Serge? Please. Because I'd like to know if that's going on. Because, yeah, they just absolutely the only reason that any government exists, there's only one reason, is what is that? To block the truth, right? They're feeding you other programming. That's what they do, right? So their only reason is, well, what if people find out the truth, right? Then what? No more paying taxes forever, for example, like this work, right? It also it has so many other benefits. Well, I was getting into the credit and debt stuff and other people work they do, right? We can't have the word debt or credit on our website, or we can't get a payment gateway, period. No one will allow donations to our organization. It won't happen. It can't happen. It's been actually that getting paid from people and making a way so they could donate is actually by far, way harder. The hardest part of my work. That's the hardest part of my work. Getting credit, beating the bankers, getting a tax-free trust, getting exempted from everything, right? That's actually super easy, and I've been teaching it for years, and that's why they had to shut the earth. So that's actually super easy. What's happening is anyone could get out of their control, but their programming, right? What's in your brain that they put in there, that's the only thing stopping you. Not our work, right? My work's been out there for a long time, right? 2016, I brought this trust to the public. I've been helping people. Any problems for anyone? No, zero. All problems go away once you get this trust. Okay, yeah. You have a question, average guy. Actually, let's just answer it. Let's see if this will come up here. Um, hey God, whoops. Let's do it this way. In God. Here we go. Okay, let's see if you can see this. Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is. You can see it easily. Okay. So the in God we trust. See the word trust and bank. If you look at any Secretary of State in the USA, you can only use the word trust or bank if something is a bank or a trust. So when you read the word in God we trust on the dollar bill, you know it's a trust. They say, "Oh, that's our slogan." Well, the name of your business is your slogan. Okay, that's convenient. That's not saying it's not the name of their business, right? And so, what's the other name of it? See, slash, right? That's a DBA. This is a slash. When you see a slash in a naming, it means you operate under two names. A DBA is called doing business as, and you don't get to use just one name for your business. You can use two. Legally, you could use two names for your business. And so this trust, you got We Trust, also has a name, USA Inc. And where did they say they formed it? In Philadelphia, right? In Pennsylvania. Well, here it is in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, right here. And this is it. So if you look up we, right? 30, you split a W with the E, that's a 3 and a 3, right? And 33rd letter of the alphabet, capital G, right? 33, capital G. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6, the hook. 6 or 9 is the hook. Like 666, if you add 6 and 6 and 6, that's 18. Well, plus 9 is 9. 9 and 6 are the same symbol, just up or down, right? So that's a hook. And the hook is who? The ruler of hell. So this is a church with the name USA Inc. This is a church, right? It's a church, and the name of their God is we. And that's the name of the ruler of hell. So in the trust that you get from us, you're not with the ruler of hell anymore. In fact, it rejects that contract that you're with Christ. So that's what's in there. Average guy is written right in there. Got it? Hope I explained that. It's pretty easy. Okay? So you switch authority, and of course, what happens is when you switch authority, that's a good thing. And I've been doing this for a lot of years now. So I've learned every single thing there is to learn about them. Those people that worship we. I've learned literally everything. And I learned it by action, by experience, not by intellectual knowledge. Going to court, 30 plus times, suing the bankers and stuff like that. That's how you learn. You don't learn intellectually. I could tell you the information, and then you actually learn the absolute truth by action, right? You learn it by action. And so when they don't like me, so because I teach this stuff, it's completely legal. And do they want me alive? No, but I'm alive. And have they tried to draw a gun on me and say they want to kill me? Of course. But their hands are frozen solid on their guns, and they're not allowed to raise them. Have I gone to court and they're foreign armed bailiffs in a closed courtroom, and the judge says get him, and they go to handcuff me, and they're frozen solid and can't handcuff me? Yeah, sure. Because why? Their we God is powerless. It's just the ruler of hell has no power, and that's it. As soon as you change the trust, and because they have no power, you don't give them any money, you don't give them any authority, you don't need to get a jab in your arm. Yeah, so their role is to bring this information to light. That you can't be hard, can't be touched. And that's how you switch affiliation. Just it's completely legally how you do it. They have put a spell, everyone under a spell. due to parents signing over the souls of their children to the ruler of hell. So that's what everyone did because, you know, they're stupid, I guess. I mean, I'm not as stupid as everyone else. Is the only thing I can figure. I'm either I'm not as evil as everyone else, or I'm not as stupid. I don't know which one, but anyway, now that I figured out a completely legal, easy pathway for anyone to do this, and no one has to go to jail, no one has to have a jab in their arm, no one has to pay taxes, no one, like completely figured out every facet of the entire matrix system, every single part this solves, everything. There's nothing that's left out that this doesn't solve. So I hope I answered that question, average guy. Does that help? Tracy. Okay, I purchased a trust last year. You only included one advising session. Okay. No, because you didn't get it now. You got it then, Tracy. You want us to give you more stuff? No. No, because the price points were different. Things weren't as bundled together. You paid a much lower price point. If you want to, it's like saying my time has no value. I mean, let's just say no one inside this crystal sphere and inside this earth that rainbows prove were inside Christ crystal, the ruler of the crystal. No one else has figured out anything. Nothing. No one figured out anything. I have to teach you and everyone. I mean, it's fine that I do it. I'm an accountant. That's an accountant's job. They learn the rules, and if they're a good accountant, they teach them to everyone else. That's all they do. You see, I learned the rules. I applied them myself. I posted my proof first that they work. And then as I went along, everyone I helped asked for their proof and so on, which some people gave. So my proof is posted and everyone else's proof is posted. No other school has that. No one else. In fact, I would actually argue to say that only my time has value, because no one else has proof that their time has value. So I hope that answered your question, Tracy. Average, I got that. Okay, great. My wife is co-trustee. Perfect. As she's saved from all this nonsense too. Fantastic. Okay. So let's see. We're just gonna go back to, let's do a little current events, right? Something that the trust helps with. Now, let's go with historically the biggest cowards on earth, right? And the fake history that we're told, right? That's Austria, right? Who would be the biggest cowards in all of Earth, right? Is Austria, right? Because when the Nazis rolled in, what do? They just wave their hands. Hey, thanks. We love you, right? And so what do they got going on now? They're going to do a lockdown. And if you didn't get the vaccine, and millions have it, they're just going to lock them up and put them into camps. And only this trust can stop that. Only this trust can stop that. So let's hear a little bit from previous president and what he has to say about this, okay?
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. You fool me, can't get fooled again.
Okay, he explained that perfectly, didn't he? He's very eloquent, isn't he? So, look, if they come to lock you up and you didn't get the trust, well, that's on you. You feel me? And are they going to do it? Are you kidding me? They already practically did it. Nobody did anything about it at all, except for me. Taught you how to get out of this, right? I'm the only one. So are they going to do it again? And are they going to start rounding up everybody? I mean, it doesn't take much of a thinker to see how the script's going to play out. Any thinkers out there? You want to get out of this? I mean, I can't even imagine that people aren't getting this. You follow me? Getting this trust. So, okay, enough about that. So it showed you. I think we need to get into some more advanced conversations about this. So I'm not going to do just the trust crash course anymore. What I want to do is I want to do sort of live testimonials where someone who already has done the trust and has had outcomes and all the proof and stuff like that, I want to interview them on a Zoom, and then we'll do it live on YouTube. Okay, so please write us, contact at liberty8academy.org, and say, oh, I'm a previous student at Jackson and everything's going great. I'd love for him to interview me and stuff like that, because listen, you can ask me questions. Ask me the questions. What is hanging you up or on your mind, or use it as a consultation time. Tracy, for example, say, oh yeah, I'll meet with Jack online. We'll do a YouTube live, and you can ask me anything you want. That's how you want your free uh, time with me. There you go. Anyone can get it. Okay? Anyone that is a current student that opened their trust and has that proof and so on. So I want to start doing that. And I'd like to start doing it on in the other time slot. Thursdays is 7. So please rate us this week. I'd love to get someone on Zoom this week and have a real chat about how their life has changed and so on live. You don't know how to Zoom? Oh, well, I don't know if you heard of this other computer website, but it's called Google. And you can go to Google, and what it is there's a blank spot in there, and if you have a question, you write in Google, how do I Zoom? Or you can go to YouTube, and they have a question thing there, how do I Zoom? And you type it in there, and videos pop up, and they actually train you. Every single question on earth could be answered actually on YouTube or Google that way, except for, like really meaningful ones like the stuff I teach, right? Can't get that from them. So, great, Tracy, come on. Fantastic, let's do this. Just write us an email. Hey, Jack said you're going to switch the format on Thursdays at 7, and you want to do testimonial consultation live stuff. Yes, we want to do that, so please jump in. Old school. Oh, so you still go for that ball, the 666 ball, since you're the old school? I'm on a ball. It's spinning beneath my feet at 999 miles an hour, which isn't 666, it's 999. Oh, okay. And it's tilted at 66.6 degrees, which isn't 666 because it's 66.6. You see? It's not 666. And it's going around the sun at 66,600 miles an hour. But see, again, it's not 666 because there's a comma. And the amount of the curve, right, is the amount of the curve, 66.6 degrees. But again, it has a point, so it's not 666. So, But I just call it 666 ball because, again, I'll say 66.6, So, anyway, old schools teach, new dogs the old tricks. How to fetch is set. And all the things they program us to do. Anyway, flip phones are cool, whatever. Think about using a computer, and then you can type stuff in and then get answers to your question. That helps. So, just saying. But it's funny. You seem to have a lot of real world knowledge or something like that because your questions are good and so on. All right. What was I just talking about? Oh, Austria. Yeah, we went through Austria, and we went through all that. Okay. So, in the mentor program, like that course, I teach. What happens is each week a new topic gets done, and then the other topics are there, so the searchable one topic per video per week. This coming week, like for example, I plan to do vaccinations and how to do to basically never have to get one, and this trust allows that, and so you use the conscientious objector form to, get out of that with a religious exemption, which is real, and it's really easy. You're actually, as soon as you get the trust, that's all the paperwork you need. You don't need paperwork past that at all for it to be enforced and for them not to be able to do that. So, by the way, my kids are in their 40s. Cool. And my Bible says the earth is flat. The earth is not flat. Okay, you misunderstand the word Christ. Christ is a title. He was Jesus of Nazareth. He was given the title Christ when he got Christ consciousness. Okay, and so what is that? Part of that is, it's a title. It means you rule what? The crystal sphere rainbows prove we're inside. Rainbows can only be produced when light passes through a crystal. So obviously we're in a crystal sphere, right? Curved rainbows. Pretty simple. And so the term Christ is a title, and it means ruler of the crystal sphere. So it's not flat by the name Christ. That's what the term means. So if anyone says they're a Christian and they can't explain that the rainbows proves we're in a crystal sphere ruled by Christ, they're not actually Christian, because what? They don't know anything about Christ. They don't even know the fundamental meaning of the name. They don't know what their name means. So how can you say you're something that you don't even know what the name means? You follow me? So that's the thing about the Bible. And of course, capital B, what number is that? We got 28. Yeah, 28 plus, yeah, I don't know about all that. 28 plus small b is 3. So, and then what's the other words in the Bible? Lie, lie. So 3 lie. Yeah. The Old Testament is with the devil, right? Shout not is a double negative. And so lie, kill, do anything you want. Do as thou wilt, right? Do whatever you want. That's the satanic credo, or whatever, the ruler of hell. So that's the Old Testament, New Testament, right? On the lamb, you don't have to slaughter a lamb, put blood above your door. Put the name of Jesus above your door, and you can't have your real estate seized, obviously. From the proof of my work and the trust for years, why they had to close Earth, and the way I had to stop the foreclosures. So, but yeah, anyone can get out of that too. Been teaching this for years. This is so basic, honestly. I know I'm the only one that knows it. I get that. But this is like absolutely super basic information past the program. See, everything we're taught in school, from our family, from our parents, from our culture, from our school, from the TV, from movies, from everyone since the time we took our first breath, is all a lie. Because what? They're either one of two things, right? Evil and they sold their soul, or they're what? Stupid. They don't have any intelligence or courage. They are unwilling to find out the truth. I'm just nothing like those people. You see what I'm saying? I'm nothing like anyone else, and I have the proof of it. So that's what the Bible in its title is talking about, and so on. Yeah, yeah. I'm ahead of every single human. It's kind of annoying, honestly. It really is. It annoys me because there's no one to talk to about the real issues. Because I have to teach the super sub basic kindergarten level stuff like I'm doing right now all the time, and they block it all the time. I mean, you're in a terrarium. Don't you want to go with the guy that can get you out, who's named after the one that rules the place, instead of the manager, of the parrots in the parrot cage? Parrots just say what they're told, right? Polly want a cracker? Yeah. Polly want to pay taxes? Yeah, pay taxes. Polly want a shot? Polly get a shot? Yep. All parrots in a cage. And I mean everyone. I've only met one individual, right, who, of course, rules the crystal sphere, but I got good. It was too easy, yeah. No, they don't need a declaration of the trust. No, 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 Hector. No, 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 no. No, no. Piece of cake. Piece of cake. No, once you get, they issue that EIN, that's it. No, they don't need a copy of the Declaration of Trust. No, they don't, Hector. Uh, People misunderstand technology. Um, Actually, spiritual technology trumps or preempts or usurps or removes any other obligation. It's actually ahead of that. So, public notice is what you're trying to give. Remember, Hector? That's what you're like. How do I let everyone know I signed this trust? A public notary does that, right? You got it. Your your trust. You got it notarized, which is a public notary, which gives public notice, right? And you're like, how can me just going to a public notary at a shipping place tell every single individual inside Earth that they no longer have jurisdiction? Because the world is not as you think, obviously. You've been lied to since birth about every single fact that exists. Everything. Okay? Spiritual technology is when you sign that, every single thing inside this place knows at that instant. Their hive mind. Okay? Their hive mind is me 33. That's their queen, right? That's why they have bee, their bee symbology, and their queen is we 33, whatever, right? So they don't actually have consciousness. They have limited programming. They look human, and you think they're human because they're in human bodies. Well, they don't fit my definition of human, right? They don't have self consciousness at all. Why? Because they could answer some questions and so on. No, that has nothing to do with it. They don't have a heart. They don't have compassion. They don't have any feelings of any kind. And they do not have the ability to think about things. They are their thoughts. They're not their witness to their thoughts. They're not thinking about anything. They're incapable of that. They're not human like that. They will never be human like that. Never. They'll never be like that. That's not their job. Okay? That's not it. Slogo Truman, of course. That's what it is, average guy. Yeah, it's the plane inside the terrarium is relatively flat, but it has hills and valleys and mountains and waterfalls and crap. You know, the uh, the newspaper at the bottom of this cage isn't perfectly flat, like as in a parrot, most parrot cages. And that fools all the stupid parrots. They can't even see that's just the newspaper at the bottom of your cage. Idiots. So, yeah, it's like that, except for people have an attraction to their newspaper that they're taking a crap on, you know? George, I think it's more like an eyeball with the dough being the covering of the eye, right? Let's not debate the shape of the earth. No, it's not debatable. No, we're inside a crystal sphere. The sun is heaven and the moon is hell. That's it. It's not debate. I know, you don't know. That's it. No one else knows. I know. All of them know. They all know. They all know. You just don't know. Dropping knowledge. I've been dropping this knowledge for so long, and I've had to take it down on YouTube and so on. This is just the most basic stuff I have been saying for years. It's just unbelievable. So, yeah, you're average guy. You're in this world, and you don't have Christ consciousness. You don't even know you're in a crystal. So definitely, you're staying. You see what I'm saying? Unless you could show Christ, not just reaffiliate, so that they can't take you, right? You have to prove to Christ that you're worthy of getting out here, that you're not like them. And who has that proof? I do. I do because I not only did it, I teach people how to do it. Who has proof like that? One human alive. Only one. No other humans have it. Until you got it, where you staying? Right here. That's where you're staying. That's it. You know, because their job is to cover the truth. Our job is to, hey, I'm the one standing up saying the truth, and guess what? Nothing happened to me. They say something's going to happen to you. Guess what happens? Nothing, right? Nothing happens, except they lose more and more power as you gain more and more knowledge. That's what happens. So you switch your affiliation with this trust, but then you go forward every day and you start to interact with them and you realize, oh, they're the ones without the power. They have to do what you say. All right, just going over the basics again. I hear from my team at the school that they're like, we can't sell crazy. I was like, no one wants me to speak the obvious truth. No one. There's no place to do it, right? There's nowhere to do it. You can't say it online. It all gets shut down. Uh, and really, what I find is I can help people to a certain level. Sure, you can start this trust, you can do these things, but that's all that people are going to do. They're not going to really challenge the authority here in Earth like I have. Like, who's going to do that? Someone may do it a little bit or once because they were in a sticky situation or something like that. I'll help them do this. It all worked out. Like someone wanted to shut down the pipeline of the Dakotas years back, and the day it got done, the paperwork got done, on comes Obama, shut down the pipeline. I mean, it's really easy to beat them at, I've only beaten them, you see, for more than a decade, only, only. I haven't been jailed for any of this, nothing. All clients are fine, no problems whatsoever, none, over many years. George, sitting here with the Accountant's Handbook 6th edition, it was purchased 1981. I'm telling you, if you had to go buy these two books, you would never figure any of this out. It's so confusing, right? Yeah, the reason I took accounting actually is because I couldn't understand it. I had already done business and finance undergraduate. I already got an MBA, but I'm like, I can't understand their numbers. They're just lying about it. I can't figure it out. So I got a master's in accounting. And guess what? They were lying about everything. But all as a good accountant with all that knowledge, I was like, okay, I never helped anyone with their taxes. I never helped fill out any tax forms for anyone ever. Never. I never did that. Never. As Christ is my witness. Never did that. Never. No. I did some auditing. That's it. What I learned from auditing was people lie. So go look at the paperwork. And so that's what I figured out. Oh, here's the We Trust. Here's what they're doing. This is a legal pathway to do it. And I just copied them. It was easy, really. When you realize they're a bunch of liars or you go up against them, it wasn't that hard. But I'm the only one that ever figured it out. Could anyone take my pathway to this knowledge and do this for every other country on earth? Yes. I actually figured it out for Canada and got someone successful there. And someone from England, but I can't be doing all the countries on earth. I don't have time. People complain about the payments they do make to me, right? Can I get some more time? Can I get I can barely make ends meet, really, ever, because keeping the payment gateways open is almost impossible. So helping people is super, 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 super difficult. And what's the hardest thing about helping people? Not that I could almost never get a payment gateway. Almost all of my videos get blocked this whole. What? No, that's not the hard part. What's in your head? Your programming? That's the hard part to overcome. Yours trades so perfectly for so many decades. You jump when they say so, that collar around your neck, they pull that leash. Hey, there you go, doggy. That's it. That's it. That's the hardest thing to overcome. No, this school is the only school with proof. It's got testimonials with notarized affidavit on everyone. No one has a problem. Everyone is successful. But I would say that maybe people come to this website, right? And maybe 1 in 100 that come across this information at the most end up getting this trust sometime in their life. Just people are a bunch of program cowards, a bunch of parents. They aren't meant to get free. And that's almost every human, right? You don't have the courage. You're not intelligent enough. You're just not smart enough. or you don't have enough courage. One of the two. That's it. And so, that's almost everyone. That's almost everyone. Got a PhD for the School of Hard Knocks. No, I do. I can prove it, but I don't know about that. You're a pretty intelligent guy, but until someone has proof of saving others, they never got on Christ's radar at all. Period. Ever. That's how you do it. There's no other method. Okay? Yeah. So, yeah, all right. Anyway, here we are. And I said it before, but listen, I'd love to get more, do this, experience people with this work. I want to switch the format on Thursdays at 7 to having people on that have had success with this. And it'll be sort of like a testimonial and a consultation. You can ask me anything, right? Contact at liberty8academy.org. Let my team know, hey, I want to get on this thing with Jack. I want to go live on Zoom, and he'll record it on YouTube. We'll do it live, and it'll go out to, YouTubeville. And you can post a link to your friends or whatnot, whatever, like that. And so it'll be a free consult, too. So it won't just be, hey, here's my thing, but yeah, whatever's on your mind, I'll answer it live. Listen, I know how to beat. I know that I've been doing consultations with people for years. No one has ever stumped me with a question. Not ever. I'm so confident and so consistent. I'll do this live. You follow me? I just want to say, 100% unbeatable for a decade. No one's got that line of proof. So, yeah. And I don't mean like beat them in court, you know what I mean? I mean like beat them. Beat them so they can't touch you, the money, you're out of jail, nothing. They're just beaten and out of your face. Like really beaten. Gone. Bye bye. Okay, Christopher, Bobby, cool. Yeah, yeah. No, good. Yeah, I could share the truth all day long, really, with people, and you know, I just it just doesn't. I don't know. It's actually for a while now. I don't know what to tell people anymore. Honestly, I've exposed the truth for so many years. I've gone into their courtrooms. I've posted ahead of time, battle to the death, cage match, right? My God versus their in their courtroom. That was 2017, I would say. Is no, that was like the big that was the cage match one, yeah. But that was like the last time. 2017 was the last time I'd been doing it from 2013 to 2017. I guess it was, and I did Occupy too. So I guess I remember one time I counted. I had a month of I had a run of 36 months in a row where I had a court case. 3 years in a row. No breaks. That don't mean I didn't have many years of having more court cases in many months. But no one has a record like that. No one. I learned everything about them. Everything. They have nothing hidden from me. Nothing. Zero. So, and I'll tell you, I'm out here free and they can't cage me. Is that meaningful to you? Is that meaningful to your children, your babies, your loved ones? Because let me tell you, in Austria, right, they're just locking people up now if you don't get the vaccine. Period. If you don't get the vaccine and you go out in public, lock up. Today. Now. Right now. You don't think that they're going to extend this everywhere and we're not separating the wheat from the tares? Do you have any idea what's going on? This is so easy. Everyone got scolded, right? I might scold you too. Because, listen, I can't have you working with me this trusted without you knowing the truth. You come on board, I'm going to do my best for you. You get this trust. You just switch teams to the team with Christ like I did. I'm nobody, right? I'm just a servant. But let me tell you what, I'm a pretty good one. I help a lot of people. I'm nobody, but you could become nobody too. You know, you become one of the few who's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go about my business today. How about that? Instead of what you said. All right, bye. That's funny. You spoke to joy to the front row at a high lie. Oh, that's good. Uh, oh, you didn't see my. Well, I beat that, George. I guess maybe you saw that video. I did a. It wasn't the last time I was. Oh yeah, it was the last time I recorded court Zoom that I did. Of course, I bring them to court. They don't bring me to court, right? And I brought the bankers, NASA to court specifically, and I didn't do a bar rip there, but I did a dab, and I thought that showed that they're powerless too, and yeah. But yeah, I've done that, George. So I don't think anyone could name anything that I haven't done against them. Really, I try. I try to think of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I prove to everyone that they're completely not beatable, but beaten? They're already beaten. They already laid down and had to close the world. They're already beaten. I don't know what else to do to prove it to you. Like, I have so much proof. The Australians say your life will be miserable if you don't self euthanize, right? Yeah, nowhere to hide. That's what they say. Only thing is, this trust is real, and their trust is real too, right? I've been fighting out for years that they're 100% powerless. They have power if you're under their trust. If you see, every currency is tied to the dollar, so every country, their countries are fake, right? Every location is just a plantation off the main plantation of the Ego we trust. That's all. There are countries are fake. They're 100% fake. They don't exist, right? Because voting everywhere, vote counting is always fake, right? It's always fake. Why? Because there are more poor people than rich people. That's it, right? And so if it was majority rules, the poor people would vote in somebody poor. And then what would that poor person do? The first law to be enacted would be every time, right? Don't take a thinker to think about this, right? It's illegal to be rich. That's it, right? I would make it legal to hunt the rich, right? Oh, look at the bounty. Look at the bounty I got. And we spread it out amongst ourselves, right? Look at the bounty. Oh, look at this next bounty. You just go off the Forbes list of wealthiest people. It's legal to off them and take their assets. That's what I would do as a Christian. As a Christian and a new president, that would be the first law. You follow me? But it wouldn't be just my first law. It would be everyone's first law. It's not like it don't take a thinker to think of that. What is right? If you're wealthy, you're what? You're evil, right? You have 10 houses. You don't care about the homeless, right? You sold your soul. You're evil. Period. That's it. There's there's no one that has wealth that isn't evil, and there never will be ever. Ever, right? Of course. Jesus is with everyone since they were a child, average guy, but it's good you know that. I'm happy for you. Okay, so I don't know. These are just the basics of life here. I talk about it a while, talk about it for an hour today. If someone wants to get on and do this new show format, instead of just me talking about the truth, because I just say it and it just falls on deaf ears all the time, pretty much. And we're a completely, minuscule audience. No one cares. So maybe someone will care more about someone else explaining how it went for them. So let's try that out, okay? We're going to do Thursdays at 7. Write us an email. Hey, I want to be on this new show Jack is doing. We're going to get into a consult, testimonial, stuff like that. Write us an email, contact at liberty8academy.org. Hey, I want to be on that show, okay? All right. Uh, yeah, It don't matter whether you're thumping on no books. It matters what your actions are for others. Don't matter about no books up in here. That's the only proof that matters. Proof that you helped others. Of course, I'm the only one I've seen that has it inside this whole earth. I'll see anybody else with it. Post the link right here. Somebody else that has it. Otherwise, okay. And I don't mean controlled opposition, right? Can you put dangerous asset? There's no dangerous assets. No. You don't dangerous assets. They aren't dangerous. Uh, what I recommend is assets that have a significant value. You may want to have a separate trust just as a holding company with no bank account and no operations. For assets of high value, and have a separate trust for operations where money coming going in operations. Separate your operations from your assets with trust. That's the way I think of it. Okay? Good question. Got a good question today. Yeah. All right, Troy, I like that. Uh, Interesting. Da Vinci was a character that did exist, right? Uh, and let me prove that to you. It could be a real last name. I just mean that, the famous one, right? Did exist. Never existed. And here's the answer. Here's the proof. What came first, the chicken or the egg? This is going to prove Da Vinci was not real, right? What's the answer, anyone? The answer is God. God came first. Duh. Okay, it's a trick question. History never happened. The backdrop is fake. It never happened. Time loop 1969 to 2033 every time. That's it. Everything else is fake. Your thoughts you can't create. Your thoughts come into your head. Thoughts, memories, or thoughts. Ain't nobody listening. Ain't nobody winning this game. It's unbelievable how easy it is that nobody can get 2 inches down the game. Not even 2 inches. It's unbelievable. You have to work for others. You have to find out the truth. The truth will set you free. And then you're free. And you look around and you're like, no other humans are free. This is how you get free. Come with me. This is how you do it. So easy. And boy, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard work. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Tiffany. Yeah. I have all the answers. That's what I'm saying. No one has ever stumped me on a question. Ever. Ever. So I'm happy to do this live with consultation testimonial. And so it's really interesting to have live conversations because, due to my spiritual status, that's completely obvious. I'm given knowledge at it during every single moment for every question. Obviously, I have Christ consciousness. Obviously, I work for Him. Obviously, you could too if you work for Him, which requires you to work for others. Really to do it. And you have to do yourself first. And if you don't do yourself first, you're not capable of helping anyone else because you can't even help yourself. And then after you help yourself, then you can help others. That's the only method. That's the only way. That's what He did. Let me show you. I'll go up on that cross. I'll help you out. Guess what? Can't be killed. Oh, and there he is. He's still teaching, right? He was Isa in the Muslim world, right? I found his tomb in Kashmir in 2019, right? Jesus' real tomb is in Kashmir, India. Yes, it is. Found it in 2019. I actually went to it. Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah. Look up Rosabel, ROZ-A-BEL. And there you'll see the shrine in Srinagar, which is a city outside in Harvard, outside, Srinagar. That's where Jesus is buried, of course, and his name is Isa. And because he didn't die right on the cross, and then he went into Asia and so on, obviously. This stuff is so easy to figure out. I'm going to put out a book, Big Freedom. Actually, no one has that information, just myself. It's not allowed to be discussed by anyone except for, someone that can help others. So no one has that information. I would say that the only way you could find out any truth related to truth, there is no other truth actually, except for what Mayor Mama wrote. So I recommend God Speaks is the name of the book, and it's a joke title because the guy didn't speak for 43 years on purpose. Like he fasted for God by not speaking. And yet, his title of his seminal work is God Speaks. So that's what to read, and so on. But no, none of this is written down. I have written it down, and I am trying to figure out a way to put it out on a platform, so that people can read it. But the only people that have read it, I gave advanced knowledge to, I think 4 or 5 people. 4 of them went basically AWOL. I don't know, as Sage, just gone, literally just gone. Knew it for years and just disappeared. That's it, except for my wife. No one else has read it and kept their sanity, actually. So it will change everything. The truth sets people free. So I'm kind of concerned about putting it out because it's going to have such a devastating effect on people for a while. Uh, yeah, I don't know. The only way to work for others, Kelly. Let's just get this right. Let's deal with this. The only way to help anyone with anything is to prove you did something first yourself. You have to have the proof out there. Oh, I'm a this. Oh, okay. What are you? You're a carpenter. Okay, show me what you built. I want to see it. I want to see the videos. You built that, all that. Okay. I'm a car mechanic. I want to see the videos. I want to see videos. You did this. I want to see testimonials from your customers. All that. You didn't do it. You didn't do it because you don't have proof. I don't care if you did it or not. You didn't do it because you don't have proof. And unless you have proof, you're not serving others. You see what I'm saying? The only way to serve others is to provide proof you serve others. Then otherwise, it doesn't matter if you serve others or not. You don't have the proof, so you can't serve others because no one can rely on you. You see what I'm saying? You haven't proven yourself as reliable. So, in order to help people, Kelly, you have to do something yourself first, prove that those methods work for yourself, and then, the whole proof, the whole process. And they get to the end. Here's proof. Oh, now I'm going to help others. Okay. Then you post their proof of their success. That's the way I done it. If you don't have that, you don't have proof, you're not helping anyone. So it's really easy to go through life and see who's helping people and who isn't, right? Because either they have the proof that someone's being helped or they don't have the proof. That's it. Anyone without proof is not helping someone else. Period. That's the cutoff line. You have the proof or you don't help people. That's it. Because listen, if you did help people, you would know to save the proof. That's it. Otherwise, you did it for yourself. And you're not helping people. That's all that matters. Resident alien card. You're alien from the In God We Trust as soon as you sign the trust. The trust is that information itself, the declaration. That's it, okay? You don't need anything extra. Mr. Resource. Right now I have businesses on Stripe, and with Stripe deposits the money, it goes to my trust bank account. Is that perfect? It is indeed perfect, Mr. Resource. Perfect. You have to get your Stripe account from the beginning in the name of the trust. You, not just where you deposit it or whatever, right? It has to be. Go get a Stripe account and put in all the trust information. If that's what you done, then yes, you done it perfect. No reporting of taxes, no paying of taxes to the IRS forever if you did that. Yes. Can you obtain credit with a trust even though I have terrible commercial credit? Yes. Okay. All right. So we discussed everything. It was a good show today. Thank you very much for coming. Okay.